Hey guys, JamiyJamie. Today on Roblox we're playing some more Pushy Pokemon. I can see the screen out. Today we're doing the Nuzlocke challenge. And to be honest, I can't tell you what episode it is to save my life. I haven't played this game for a while since I've been doing the 10 of every legendary series, but I feel like I'll take a short break from the 10 of every legendary series just to try and get the Nuzlocke challenge completed, and then I'll go back to the 10 of every legendary because I've only got a few episodes to go on this. I've got 4 to try and get these to max level, and then that's it for the Pokemon. Then I need an episode to get Pokédollars and to prepare for the Elite Four, and then I'll be battling the Elite Four. So what's that, like 6 episodes? I feel like 6 days or a week even isn't too long for the next 10 of every legendary. Although then again I might split it up, so it's like maybe 1 today and then 10 of every legendary tomorrow. So yeah, let's start it. So this episode we want to try and focus on getting Garchomp up to level 100. There's going to be a cut in it most likely. I don't think I can get 11 levels. Yeah, 11 levels in 30 minutes. Kind of going to be difficult to do that. So yeah, let's just get right into it anyway. Damn, I did a commentary for a while because for the PvP videos I've recorded like 10 in one go just because it's easy to do it like that, and plus if there's a lot of people wanting to battle me in one server I can't exactly say no and I'm only battle one of them because that's a bit scumbaggy. Although if I'm doing recording already, like recording this game, I'm obviously not on my main account so I can't battle you on this obviously, which I've had in a few times. I've had them turn chat off, even though no one's talking this, but I always turn it off just in case. Oh, in fact, let me make sure that the okay, the XP share is on, which is good. I'll take that. I might as well just keep auto walking, to be honest. Let's see what else have I got. I'm not sure why I'm drinking this. I literally have a bottle of water. As you can tell, it's not obviously just a bottle of water. Because it's purple. I mean, that's a bit obvious as hell. But yeah, I've got the tub here. I've got some. I don't know if the light shines. There's some G Fuel. I got the grape one. I think it's $40 for a tub, and it's like I think these tubs are 40 servings per tub, so it's around $1 per bottle, I guess. So I don't think it's very cheap, but well, for me it's around £25 for a tub since the currency exchange. So it's like around 80 pence for me for one serving, I guess, or around there. Not too cheap, I guess, but it is too compared to other drinks. It's pretty nice, although it is very sweet. So yeah, usually the more you put in, the sweeter it gets apparently, but you're only meant to put 1 serving in. So you get this little, like a little scoop, I guess you could call it. You just put one of those into it. Because I don't have one of the shaker bottles on the website, plus since I have loads of bottles of water, I just thought I need one. I'll just put one into a bottle of water. Although when I get down to around halfway left of this water, I'll literally just refill it back with water because that's how good it is. You might be able to. So every time it gets down to half, I refill it like maybe 3 or 4 times. So how much is that for a half? So there's obviously the last one, which is 1, 2. Try and count this up. So it might be around 2 or 3 bottles full of water that I can serve, which is pretty nice. Of course, like the third one isn't really as strong, and I think the third one is. I think the second one, to be honest, is probably the best for me because I don't like it too sweet and I don't like it too weak. So yeah, I find out that that's perfect for me. But yeah, if you don't know what G Fuel is, it is. I think it's gaming fuel, where it's meant to be. It's. Well, I think it says on it, and I think I showed it. It's only got 25 calories, so it's not exactly for calories. I guess if in a way to try and explain it, it's like a protein shake, but it's not protein. It's for vitamins, and it I think it says on it, actually. I should probably check again. This is... what is Golbat? I think it's poison. Okay, it is. Let me try. Let me see. Okay, it says on cider it. Fast results, no crash or jitters, faster reaction times, and improved concentration. So as you can tell, well then again, you can't exactly tell from this game. I think I've got pretty good reaction speeds when I play Call of Duty, I guess, or just any PS4 game, or just any shooter games. You got fast reaction speeds at least. This helps you with this because it improves them. So if you already got good reaction speeds, it'll make you even better, I guess. And like I said, drinking energy drinks like Rockstar. Rockstar isn't the best energy drink, of course. Well, or I should say the worst. I feel like a Monster is probably one of the worst because it is a really, really bad drink. Compared to Rockstar and I guess Red Bull, I guess. Because Monster is a energy drink completely, where we're like just full of loads of crap, which I like Monster, but I don't at the same time. It depends which one I get, because there's a lot of them where I feel like it just tastes too syrupy and it's really fake. Whereas Rockstar, I guess it's like G Fuel, where it's a more of a vitamin drink rather than an energy drink. So that's why I like what is it? Rockstar. I've got the blueberry one right here, or is it blue raspberry? Yeah, blue raspberry. And it's high caffeine, so it's pretty bad for you. Then I've got Red Bull, which I've just run out, so I'm kind of upset a lot. But Red Bull's, I guess. Ooh, we got Scald. Ooh. Oh, damn it! I have to get rid of one of them. Which one would I get rid of? So now I have to get Gyarados the Ice Fang again because I pressed yes and there's no option to cancel it. Okay, well we'll get that another time. God damn, I didn't realise that. I guess Red Bull is similar to Rockstar, but it's also, I think Red Bull might be slightly worse than Rockstar for healthy, although none are really healthy for you. I guess G Fuel low is, so I guess instead of having a energy drink, I'd suggest G Fuel. And you can get some codes that people probe, so you can be able to get 5% off. I think recently there was just a 30% off discount code, which I think FaZe did, or it might be in every code, and just they give people a 30% off, which I'm probably not going to get a code, to be honest. I might in the future, if it's something that I have daily, because since I'm not having it daily and I don't feel like I should get I guess was it a sponsor? I don't think it's a sponsor. I think there's another word for it if you're doing that, but I'll just say sponsor because it's a lot easier. I don't get any sponsors because people think it's a sellout. It isn't initially a sellout. Like G Fuel, if you don't know how it works, since there's always a 5% off discount, or sometimes I think you can get 10% discounts for bigger companies, so maybe FaZe, since it's an organisation. You save 5% off from using their code, but then whoever's code you use, so say if you used, trying to think, FaZe Reigns, I think FaZe Reigns got one, so or just FaZe in general, FaZe will make money off that 5% off, so since G Fuel tubs are $40 each, since you save 5%, so how much would that be? I think that's only like a couple of dollars. Actually, I'm really bad. I think that's $2. I think FaZe would, so you'd save $2 and I think FaZe would make $2. I'm not too sure how much they make, but that's how it works. They just make a little bit from you using their code for you promoting their thing. So yeah, I don't think it's a sellout. I think it's more of a, or I guess the term sellout is when people get something that they don't use but expect other people to use it. So say if I got a G Fuel code, I don't drink G Fuel every day, I've only just got one, and I just thought I can get a code, so I can save myself a little bit of cash, and plus I can make a bit of cash. That's a sellout. People these days on YouTube just overuse the term. And for FaZe, for example, they use G Fuel every single day. Every single day. But people call them a sellout because they're using the codes that for a company that they enjoy, so G Fuel. And it actually says on side of it, I believe. I think it says by... I'm trying to think, where does it say it? Because it's made in Gamma Labs, but I think FaZe is on the website, maybe? Not on the Tumblr. I think it's something on the website about FaZe being a little helper towards G Fuel and all that. So yeah, you can tell that it's really good if a lot of people have it, and I personally enjoy it now. But like I was saying, it's people overuse the term sellout. And like I've always explained this term, that what a sellout should be if you don't use it and you try and expect other people to use it. But since people are really overusing it, if someone like FaZe, obviously the way they drink it every day, gets a sponsorship with G Fuel, so they get the codes, it's not a sellout if they're using it every day. And what that means if they're using it every day is that obviously if they're drinking it every day, obviously people are going to know and they're going to think, since I'm drinking it every day, I think I should get some, or even just to try it. I mean, then that's where the code comes in, so you can try it, or if you do drink it, like the YouTuber does, I guess, like just to help you save a bit of money on it, and then in the process too, the YouTuber makes a little bit of money on it, so it's not really sellout, really. I can see where people get it low from, where they're like, okay, I want you to buy this product, and I'm going to make money from it, and you're going to save a little bit of money from it too. Which, yeah, I guess, but you're saving a little bit of money, so I don't see the problem in it, to be honest. Unless you don't save money from it, but the YouTuber makes money, which I don't think is ever the case, because I think every discount code makes you save money anyway, so yeah. That's just my opinion on it, to be honest, and just a little explanation for people that overuse the term sellouts, because apparently not a lot of people know what sellout means, and it's just really frustrating to see a load of people get a lot of shit for just trying to get people to try this product. And it's not even that where they force it on you, it's just like if it's in the description, just because they drink it a lot, they think, if I drink it a lot, there's obviously going to be a lot of people that might like it as well, as much as I do, so I might as well give them a discount code where I can make a little bit of money, they can save a bit of money. And that's how it pretty much works. I mean, coming down to YouTube, most of it's about money now, to be honest. A lot of people do it just for the money. I do it for a hobby, which I guess now I make money from it, which I'm not going to turn into a full-time job most likely, because after this year's up, or I think July, I'll have a qualification to be a doctor or something in the health profession, so I'll probably go into that. I'll try and keep doing YouTube if I can, but if it dies off, I guess it dies off. But yeah, it'd be cool if I could turn this into a job, but like I said, I think it's very unlikely, but I guess I can see, especially if I'm trying to do I said I was going to do 8 videos a day. I guess I should talk about that. So what I was planning to do was do 3 of the PvP every day, where I'd battle the same person 3 times, and the first one to win twice in a row, or just twice, wins the game. I think now, instead of doing that, I think I'm just going to do a Brick Bronze every day and a Project Pokemon every day. Rather than doing 3, I'll do 1 battle a day, just because it's a lot easier, and plus if people don't have a lot of time so they can do 3 battles, then it kind of messes it up, because if I wanted to do 3 videos a day, I'd have to upload 3 videos a day from the same person. If they don't have time to do 3 battles, then I'll have to just cut it down, so I do 1 battle per person and upload 1 Brick Bronze PvP a day and 1 Project Pokemon PvP a day, then another video about Project Pokemon or Brick Bronze, and then a random game, which I think is a pretty good thing just to try and get around everyone that watches, I guess. So hopefully it works out. Hopefully, but yeah, it's just gonna be a lot of hassle to try and render out free videos and to try and find the people that have the time to do free battles. So I think one battle is probably the better option, and plus even though I battle them once, I think 25 or 50 episodes later is a good time so where I can battle them again. So everyone that is either in the 150th episode or below that one, I'll be able to battle again as soon as I do the 201st episode of either. I'm going to try and plan it out, so I'm doing Rick Bronze PvP series when I start the 3rd season of Project Pokemon PvP, which should be after 200. So once the 200th episode is up for player vs player, I will start both of the PvP series at the same day. So that should be good. It should be the day after I do my 200th episode. I don't think I'm going to take a break from doing PvP. The only problem I have now with Brick Bronze is trying to get a complete team for player vs player or PvP in time for when the 200th episode comes out. So right now I've got my Lucario done, I've got the Gillet done. Of course I'm not going to use both of them in the same team because they're both fighting types and I just want them in general. I've got a Protein Froakie. If you don't know what a Protein Froakie is, it's the hidden ability for Froakie. I managed to get it in 2 PC boxes of breeding eggs, and it just is a lot better than where its other ones were, I guess. But what it means is, for Protein, I think the only Pokemon in the game are Froakie's evolution, so Greninja, and Kalekion. It's that lizard Pokemon through Ruby and Sapphire, or the 3rd generation, I guess. Only those 4 Pokemon can learn them, and what it does is, since you already know that Kecleon is a normal type Pokemon and Greninja is a Water and Dark type, if you give the Greninja a Rock type move, I've just voice cracked so hard. If you give that a Rock type move, you're not going to get a Stab if you don't have Protein. So what that means is, because Stab is the same type attack bonus, so since Greninja is Water and Dark, if you use a Water type move, it'll do a little bit more damage since it's the same type. Same with the Dark type move. But what Protein does is, if you attack with a Rock type move or any other move, your Pokemon's type will change to that type. So if I use a Rock type move, Greninja's type will change to a Rock type move. I don't know if it stays like that throughout the battle, or if you'll just do it for that turn. I'm not too sure. I actually want to look that up because that would be pretty useful. Because since Greninja's weak to grass, or not grass, electric, he could always use a Earthquake or a ground type move to avoid the electric type move, I guess. But I'm not too sure if that works. It might only change for the attack. I'm not too sure. So I'm trying to get that Greninja. The only thing I screwed up about the Greninja is that, or the Froakie, is that I wanted to try and get a timid one, but instead I managed to get a Jolly. I don't know how I managed to get a Jolly and screw it up, but what that means is the special attack goes down and the speed goes up. So that means it's a physical attacker, which I guess Greninja can be a physical and a special attacker, but I kind of screwed up and gave mine physical. There's not a lot of moves in Brick Bronze right now for a physical attacker, so what I'm thinking to do is only give it one move where you can do damage, and I'll get to explain that why. I'll try and get a timid Protein Froakie so I can teach it special attacks, since I think they're better. Because right now most of my team is physical attacker right now, and that's kind of bad. But I've got Toxic Spikes on it, which to get Toxic Spikes on Froakie, if you're wondering on Brick Bronze, you need to catch a male tentacle. You have to level up to 13 or 15 to teach Toxic Spikes on it. Once you've done that, you want to breed it with a Onomite, with a female Onomite, so male Tentacruel with toxic spikes, breed it with a female Omanite. So once you hatch the egg from Onomite, it'll be an Omanite with toxic spikes. You want to just keep breeding until you get a male Onomite with toxic spikes, and then what we want to do is use that male Omanite with toxic spikes and breed that with a female Frilke, and then the future Frilkes that you hatch will have toxic spikes on it. So that's how we do it. So yeah, it's really time consuming to do, since it's a chain breeding event rather than just having one Pokemon where you breed with it and it'll just give it to you. And also in my team right now I have a Tyrant, which is the Dragon and Rock type fossil Pokemon. I'm trying to get it to a... what's the second evolution of it? I can't remember off the top of my head, but I've also got the hidden ability for that. So for actually Tyrants is okay. Tyrant has a... usually in the evolution line I should say, the hidden ability is usually the same, but even if they're not, it'll change once you evolve it. So Tyrants is sturdy, which means it can't get one hit on full HP. So if it's full HP, someone uses a Dragon, Fairy type move or a Water type move on it to one-shot it, it'll live with 1 HP. Whereas if you evolve Tyrant into the second evolutionary of it, it'll get Rockhead. I think it's Rockhead. What Rockhead does is, if I use Takedown, you guys know that it'll damage the other Pokemon, but it'll also damage yours for recoil damage. But what Rockhead does, it will cancel out that recoil damage, so your Pokemon doesn't get damaged at all. So that's really good, because the second evolutionary of Tyrant can learn some really strong recoil moves, which is really going to be overpowered if you can use it right. It's not really fast, but it's got a lot of attack damage, I guess. I'm trying to actually think. And if you get some Dragon Dances off on it, that's going to be really overpowered. So yeah, anyway, I think just to make sure what people understand about my Greninja, what I'm probably going to use it for until the move relearner comes out. My Frilke will have toxic spikes. It'll have the rock type move Smackdown. I'll get to that in a minute why I have Smackdown, because it's really helpful for my team. Especially since my Lucario has Earthquake, it's going to be very useful. So you can already tell why I'm going to use it. It's going to have Substitute, and I think Rest. I think it can learn Rest. I think I'm going to run that route. So what that means is... wait, am I going to teach it? Yeah, I think I'm going to teach it Rest. So what that means is I'll get a Toxic Spikes off, then I'll do a Substitute, which means my Pokemon won't get damaged. It'll be the little doll that's in front of it. Then I'll get a Rest off so I can heal up myself, since it takes a bit of damage off. And then I can use Smackdown for if a flying type Pokemon or the Pokemon with the ability Levitate. So you can obviously tell, one of the most used Pokemon in PvP is Gengar. Gengar has Levitate. Fortunately, Gengar doesn't have a hidden ability, which I think is weird. But yeah, so what the Smackdown does is it's really good against flying types, which I really want it for, and plus Gengar, since that's going to be a pain. But when I use Smackdown, it means, since flying type Pokemon and Gengar can't get hit by ground type moves, when you use Smackdown, it'll smack them down to the floor. And it's even with flying type Pokemon, then you can use ground type moves on them, which is really good because most of my team will have a ground type move, or at least Lucario will, which I think will be very handy because Lucario is pretty fast. So yeah, I think that's going to be a very huge advantage. Also, what I'm trying to get right now is a Durant to Barn Pass. If you don't know what Barn Pass is, although Durant can get the move Iron Defense, yeah, which I kind of want, and I also want Agility on it, most likely. So what I'll do is, I'll send out Durant, I use Agility 3 times, and I'll use Iron Defense 3 times to get max defense and speed. And then if I use Battle Pass to swap into another Pokemon, my other Pokemon that I send out will then have the stat increases. So if I send out Lucario, because Lucario has a really poor defense and okay speed, if I Battle Pass it with my Durant to Lucario, my Lucario will have a lot more defense and a lot more speeds, which is really good, although it's not going to be for Lucario. The Pokemon that I'm planning to use it with is Cofferagus, I think that's how I pronounce it, which is that coffin Pokemon. It's got really bad speed, but like I said, agility will help with that. I'm gonna use agility and iron defense to increase the defense and speed, which will help a little bit, because what I'm going to have on my Cofferagus is Calm Mind, which Calm Mind increases my special defense and special attack. So you already can see where this is going. If I use my Battle Pass Durant to get my Cofferagus defense and speed, and if I use Calm Mind on it, I can increase my special defense and my special attack. It's going to be overpowered as heck. So it's going to be very good. I'll play. It's only going to be a week to Ghost, and I think Dark, which, like I said, Boo won't be a problem, because what I'm going to do on my Cofferagus is I'm going to have a Calm Mind. I'm going to have Mean Luck, so the Pokemon can't swap out, so that's going to be very good. I'm also going to have Destiny Bonds. The reason why I use Destiny Bond, I'll get to it now. Destiny Bond is a move where if you use it, if your Pokemon faints that used it, whatever Pokemon that they use to KO your Pokemon will faint. I think it's a Pokemon that you used it on, so that's why I want Mean Luck so they can't swap out. So it's already a tank already, and it's most likely not going to die. But just in case it does, I want to take their Pokemon out with me, so I don't have to try and waste a Bullet Punch just to take it down. So it's going to be easier for me to do that. So that's going to be very helpful. And I think, what else? So I want Mean Luck, Destiny Bonds, Calm Mind. I'm just going to give a Shadow Ball, just so I can do a little bit of damage. So that kind of sucks for if the Pokemon has a normal type move, I won't be able to attack it. So that doesn't really matter to me. I'll just try and get around it somehow. Because since I'm going to have Greninja with Toxic Spikes on it anyway, I'll be able to do a little bit of damage. And plus Tyrant is going to have Stealth Rock, which I forgot to tell you, which Stealth Rock is also going to damage Pokemon. So it's going to help a lot anyway. But yeah, anyway, I think I'm going to cut here. I'll get back once I get my Garchomp to level 100. I don't know how this has managed to overpass this. I'm sure this was like 5 levels below it. I guess this is just easier to level up. Yeah, it's a lot easier. Look, it's only on 609,000, whereas this one's on 940, and they're almost the same level. But anyway, I'm going to cut it here. I'll see you guys in a minute. And we're back. So, I know if I had a quick look, Muddy almost fainted trying to get this Togekiss level 100. And yes, I know, I was trying to get Garchomp to level 100, but then somehow, even though Togekiss was way under level compared to Garchomp, it managed to get a high level to it. So we're only 1,000 XP off the next level, but as you can see, it'll be around. But let me see. I think it'll be on the dot of being 800,000 to level 100, whereas if we go to Garchomp, it's already past 100,000. So Garchomp takes a lot longer to get to level 99 or level 100, which I completely forgot about that. So yeah, this episode's going to be Togekiss rather than Garchomp, and this should get us level 100. Okay, it did. So that's Dr. Eggman or Togekiss to level 100. I still don't know why I called it Dr. Eggman. So yeah, that's finally Togekiss done. Why are we in a battle? Okay, it's kind of glitched, but we should be good. Let me try doing this again. Okay, if we go to Togekiss's stats, we can have a look at them now. So its special attack's really good. Its speed is actually not the best, but its special defense is pretty good and its defense is okay. It's got a bit of HP too, and plus we've got Nasty Plot, so that's going to help a lot. We don't exactly need Nasty Plot though, I don't think. I think we need more speed, which is a bit unfortunate we can't get that, but yeah, anyway, alright, I'm going to save here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of the Nuzlocke Challenge. If you did, make sure to leave a comment, tell me what all games playing Roblox, including Project Pokemon. And like always, I'll see you guys next time.